Welcome to part 2 of our lesson 17, our 3-column notes. Let's put on our heading. Always put that first, name, number, date, first and last in cursive. Okay, make sure you're putting down the date that you're working on these. Put your number. And subject is math. All right, so here we're going to estimate. We have two ways of estimating. We either round our larger number or we change it to the closest compatible number. So on this first one, we're going to go ahead and use our rounding. Our larger number is 236. So that's the one we're going to round. It's between 200 and 300. We always round to our largest place there. Halfway is 250. 236 is about there, so it's closer to 200. 200 times 3. This you should be able to do mentally, because these two placeholders just move our number over 2 places. And then it's 2 times 3, which is 6. So 200 times 3 is 600. The estimated product is 600. Now, since our number went down from 236 to 200, this is going to be a low estimation. It should be close to 600, but it will be above 600. This is lower than the actual product. Okay, now we're going to look at a rectangular array. So I'm going to draw a big rectangle here. And we need to do 3 groups of our hundreds. So for 200, I'm going to draw 2 squares to represent the 200s, the 2 flats. So that's one group. Two groups. Three groups. So here's our 3 groups of 200. Now our 3 groups of 30. So I'm going to draw lines to represent my rods or my tens. So 1, 2, 3. That's one group of 30. 1, 2, 3. 2 groups of 30. 1, 2, 3, 3 groups of 30. And then finally, I need to make my 3 groups of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600. Here I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. And here I have 6, 12, 18. So these are my partial products I need to add together. So I need to line up from the ones every time. So the 0 in the 90 goes under this 0. The 9 in the 90 goes under the tens place. The 8 in the ones. And then the 10 in the tens. 0 plus 8. 9 plus 1 is 10. Regroup. 6 plus 1 is 7. Now I said it's going to be higher than my estimation. It is. Is it too far away? No, it is close. So my product is reasonable. So the product is 708, and it is reasonable because it is close to my estimation of 600. All right, our next one, we're going to estimate, but this time we're going to look at compatible numbers. So here, if I look at this right here, 26 is very close to 25. That is a compatible number. That's not a round number. That can be easily used. So I'm going to change that 26 to 25 and then just put placeholders with the rest of the numbers, because 2,635 is pretty close to 2,500. And this would be closer to the actual answer than rounding to 3,000. Well, 7 quarters. If I have 4 quarters, that would be $1. Well, let me see. Put those placeholders first. 4 quarters is $1. 3 more quarters is $1.75. Starting from the ones, 1, 2, 3, comma, comma on the paper, not on the computer. Now this number went down, so this will be lower than the actual product, but it should be pretty close. So 17,500 is our estimated product. And now to make a rectangular array for 2,635. So I'm making 7 groups of 2,000 first. So to represent 2,000, I'm going to make a cube. Doesn't matter how good your cubes look. So I have 1 group, two groups, three groups, four groups, five groups, six groups, seven groups of 2,000. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 thousands. Now I need to make my 7 groups of 600. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 5 groups so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my 7 groups of 600. So you could count each one. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42 hundreds. Starting from that ones, you do 1, 2, 3, comma on the paper, not on the computer. Now our 30 tens. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, or 21 tenths. And then finally, our 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 ones. So now we have our partial products. We found 7 groups of 2,000, 7 groups of 600, 7 groups of 30, and 7 groups of 5. We need to add these together. Make sure we line up from the ones every single time. Even your commas should line up. We line up from the ones. We line up from the ones. So these should all have something in their spot. If they're missing something, you moved it over and you changed the value of that number. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 5. 0 plus 0 plus 1 plus 3. 0 plus 2 plus 2. 4 plus 4. And then 1. So I have 18,445. Is that close to 17,500? Yes, it is. And I knew it was going to be higher because I had to go down for my rounding. So it is reasonable. The product is 18,445. And it is reasonable because it is close to the estimate of 18,445. All right, now that we've practiced multiplying with a rectangular array, it's time for you to practice. Thank you for joining me.